When a mosquito bites you, what happens to your body? Mosquitoes, those sassy little critters who buzz away with a mouthful of your blood. Bah humbug. They can ruin a pleasant park picnic, a camping trip with buddies, or even your own basic home. Abode. Mosquitoes are the very worst part of summer. Why do they feel compelled to bite, and why does it itch so badly? It is past time for us to get some answers. Nature is a curious creature. Platypuses are animals that lay eggs and have duck-like beaks. They can be found in Australia. There are jellyfish that have the ability to live indefinitely. There are a plethora of unique and exceedingly rare animals that can be classified as true oddities. Or even natural wonders. But what about mosquitoes? They are nothing like that, believe me. They are numerous, and they appear in swarms almost everywhere. Still, and I do not want to believe it, they appear to be a marvel of nature. As well as nature. To begin with, mosquitoes are old creatures that are estimated to have evolved between 50 and 100 years ago. Over 1 million years ago. That means even the dinosaurs had to deal with their annoyance. Imagine a T-Rex swatting one away. With his tail, oh, the plight of the poor creature. They spread all over the place, of course. More than likely, the first human on this planet was bitten by a mosquito. If not more than once in their lives. Mosquitoes have proven to be a versatile species. Except for Antarctica, they can be found on all continents and in a wide range of climates, from tropical to frigid. From sub-Saharan Africa to Russia's Siberian woodlands. Mosquitoes come in roughly 3,000 different kinds all over the world. They only require water and a warm meal to survive. They do not care about your granny's home cuisine, they only care about what is flowing through your veins. So, how did they develop the ability to feed on animal blood? To set the record straight right away, not all mosquitoes feed on blood. I am not referring to various species of the same insect, but rather significant differences. Female mosquitoes and male mosquitoes. Female specimens only sip blood, whereas male specimens only eat nectar. It seems as if all guys on the planet were born to be vegetarians. It is unusual to see such a significant difference in feeding behavior between men and females. The good news is that you can distinguish between the two. Male mosquitoes are smaller than female mosquitoes. And do not be tempted to smack one with fancy-looking feathery antennas if you encounter one nearby. Just yet, it is a male, and no matter what, it will not bite you. Female mosquitoes' wings move so quickly that they reverberate at a very high frequency. The frequency ranges between 300 and 500 beats per second. This produces the obnoxious high-pitched buzzing sound that can have you scouring your home for answers. With a slipper in hand. The male's feathered headpieces are tuned to locate this sound so that they can respond. Can locate a suitable partner. Female mosquitoes have smoother antennae than male mosquitoes. The lifespan of a mosquito is about a month or 2. That is, of course, for the ladies. The men have a much shorter lifespan, about 2 weeks. They must keep active during this period, especially females, who have a far more difficult job. To be able to create eggs, they need to obtain a supply of blood meal. But I will go into that a little more later. When their eggs are ready, they must find a suitable location with standing water to release them. Then, they look for a source of blood quickly since they are in a race against time. Within a mile or 2 of the nesting grounds. That is why, if you live in a dry climate, you should not have any standing water near your home. We do not want a mosquito swarm. What about that insect zapper on your front porch, though? Sorry, but this is not really useful. Mosquitoes do not seek out their prey by looking for lights, contrary to popular perception. To be honest, just a few creatures prefer human blood. The majority of them would rather eat creatures that do not grasp a shoe or a newspaper. Squish them, squish them, squish them. However, there are still those who like to eat solely birds, reptiles, and amphibians. So, how do they find you if they do not utilize light? They use a range of techniques, but the majority of them rely on scent. They are looking for your body heat and the one thing that every living thing needs. Carbon dioxide, or CO2, is a gas that every breathing object produces on a regular basis. When you exhale, you attract a swarm of flying insects. A mosquito can detect a trace of pure CO2 in the air from a distance of more than 75 feet away. Just take a deep breath and hold it. No way. They will run towards the heat and anything that moves when they are closer. They have a couple of tools to assist them with the latter. 1. Hundreds of complex eyes. 2. Small hairs all over their bodies that provide them with a wide range of vision. Direct them to the movement of large creatures. So when you are mowing the lawn, your body is moving the air around you, and the air surrounding you is moving your body. This is detectable by the microscopic hairs on a mosquito's body. Still, mosquitoes' greatest mystery lies in their eating patterns. What you think is a brief stinging sensation is actually a long and sophisticated sequence of events. Process. When a mosquito spots its victim, it carefully approaches it. The buzzing gives them away, but I suppose they cannot do much about it as they are on the go. Their fluttering wings make a noise. The endeavor is made more difficult by the fact that they only have 3 minutes to fill their stomachs. That is 3 minutes of being constantly threatened by their prey. Has anyone ever told you that swatting mosquitoes or waving your hands at them will scare them away? Is not going away pointless? You can respond with this next time, a 2018 study led by biologist Dr. Jeff Riffle. Mosquitoes can remember the fragrance of a particularly aggressive victim and avoid it, according to research. It should be entirely dry for at least 24 hours. That is, if a mosquito tries to bite you and you decide to brush it off or swat it away, you are doing it wrong. It will very certainly bite someone else next. That is prudent, because even if it lands undiscovered, it will not be safe. Able to sting right away. The proboscis, or mouthpiece, of a mosquito is significantly more complicated than a simple pointed straw. Sucking blood from the body. It is made up of 6 independent long and thin sections known as stylets, each of which is protected by an outer lip of kinds. Yes, they pierce you with not 1, but 6 needles. Some of them have razor-sharp fangs that can pierce skin. Fun fact, medical scientists were inspired to create the stylet by the shape of a mosquito's stylet. Needles are a lot less uncomfortable. That is excellent. Other components of a mosquito's feeding apparatus have various functions. Others inject the mosquito saliva after finding blood vessels in the skin. The saliva plays a critical role in the entire process. Remember that it takes around 3 minutes for them to receive enough blood. The most dangerous phase is when they pierce the skin, since that is when the infection begins. The bite is felt by the prey. As a result, the mosquito injects its saliva as soon as it bites you. Saliva contains over 100 distinct components, the majority of which are organic. Enzymes are a type of material. They have only one function: to prevent blood from clotting and enhance blood flow. Other components, such as local anesthesia, are also employed. The prey will not feel anything once they are inside. That is, until the mosquito has flown away and the bite mark begins to itch. The explanation for this is simple: most people are allergic to the enzymes in question. And I say most because there are a few people who will not itch at all if you scratch them. They are bitten by a mosquito. Ha! It must be lovely. But the most pressing question remains: why do they require blood? Especially if the males are able to survive just on nectar. Females require blood to create eggs, as I mentioned previously. She specifically need a lot of protein and iron, both of which are abundant in blood. A mosquito will need a day after a good meal and a gut distended full of the red stuff. Just to digest it, take a day or 2 off. She then deposits her eggs, and the cycle begins all over again. It is a good thing we are not first on her list of favorite foods. And, regardless of the number of invaders, we humans are well prepared. My only suggestion is to utilize scent-masking products such as candles, herbs, and sprays. The best traps are generally those that employ science to correctly attract mosquitoes. By creating the carbon dioxide they require, they will die in large numbers. Still, any repellent will suffice to keep you from itching like the mosquitoes. Dickens. Okay, how about you? What do you do to ward off mosquitoes? Leave your suggestions in the comments section. Give this video a thumbs up and share it with a friend if you learned something new today. But, hold on a second. Do not bug out just yet. We have over 2,000 entertaining films for you to watch. Simply move your mouse over the video to the left or right and enjoy. Continue to be in the best health of your life.